WP. Everyone is born with a natural tattoo of their spirit animal. Every person gets the traits and abilities of their respective animal. But when you were born, your father, having a bear tattoo, and your mother, bearing a dove tattoo, were horrified. Leviathan. It wasn't abnormal to hide your birthmark. Some were just embarrassing. Of course most people didn't hide them, it was a point of pride. My father, for example, never wore a sleeve covering his right arm. He showed it with pride. He was the pale bear of the townstead, always there to help out, the sheriff of the people. A legend in his youth, it said that he once crushed a man's skull with his bare hands. An evil man, with a red viper crawling up his face, had tried to rob the general store. Well, not on my father's watch. My mother, she was a little more conventional. The wee little dove on her collarbone demonstrated her compassion, her love and, well, her unique ability to calm a situation. A pacifist through and through, my father would always call her. They were a perfect match, his hot-headedness always being diffused by her gentle nature. But, ever since I was born, my birthmark had been covered. I'd been dressed in long sleeves since before I can remember. Every night I see it though. A cold blue serpent monster climbing up my left arm, wings sprawling over my back and a mouth filled with 1,000 needles ending just on my shoulders. The coal that burned instead of eyes would glare at me, its hideous hot smile bearing those sickening teeth. The Leviathan. It was a monster. A demon. Something from a nightmare. And yet it was a part of me. I could feel his power and hatred coursing through my veins, just as my father with his bear. It scared me. Well, it used to scare me. Until the day they came to my village. A small army had come to claim my land for some foreign king. They had begun butchering the men, until my father came barreling in, heavy fists crushing the foreign men beneath him. The town rallied behind him, fighting back these strange invaders. I watched, glued to the horror. Death followed him to the center, before a spear pierced his throat. A scream ripped from my mouth, blood-curdling and sickening. The battle stopped and the invaders and townsfolk staggered back, staring at me. I felt the Leviathan within me whisper. "Kill them all," he said. The power inside him seeped into me, slowly at first, but soon a storm raged inside me, an almost uncontrollable fury. I glanced into a nearby window and saw my face, a young girl with a hot smile spot welded to her lips, and eyes that glowed like coal. A howl escaped my lips and I let the storm go free.